Welcome to Jakarta, Indonesia. Today I'm heading to Malaysia. Hopefully I will end up in Kuala Lumpur at the end of the day. We'll see how that goes. I do have a connection in between on a different airline, so fingers crossed everything will go smoothly. Gonna take the train from down there, BNI City, to the airport, and then hopefully we're off to Malaysia soon. Made it on the train here. I have to say, buying tickets for this train is not an easy task. You might expect that it's easy because, you know, it's a train, like how hard can it be? But it's not easy. You see, there are ticket machines and theoretically they are very straightforward, like they are very easy to use, but they only accept like an Indonesian payment system, like a QR code payment system, something like that. And you cannot pay by credit card. So essentially how I got my ticket was, there was a staff member at the information desk who essentially paid for the ticket herself on her account, on her phone, I think, and then I paid her in cash. That's how I got my ticket. Anyway, we are rolling towards the airport. It's gonna take like another 45 minutes. And actually the train is quite okay. The seats are a bit battered, a bit old, but it's air conditioned and they have USB power outlets as well. So it's actually not bad.
Now we are approaching Terminal 3. Welcome to Terminal 3.
Wow, already past security. It was so empty. I'm not kidding. The whole process took like 1 minute. I mean, security plus immigration, 1 minute in total. For immigration, they have these auto gates. You just kind of scan your passport and then you're through. Really, really efficient. But I have to say, the airport is pretty empty. I mean, at least Terminal 3 here is pretty empty. And it looks very nice. Like, they have these lounge chairs here by the window. Really, really nice. I want to go to a real lounge. I want to go to the Plaza Premium Lounge with my Dragon Pass, but they only allow 2 hours of access, and now it's like 2.5 hours until my departure time. I'm not sure if they will allow me in, but let's try. This lounge, the Plaza Premium Lounge, is really nice. Feels really spacious, but well, it's very empty. They do have some food options, not too many. I don't know, they have like a kitchen back there where you can order like stuff, but he said the only thing available was like a noodle soup with meatballs, and then they have a couple of pastries as well, and a nice drink selection. They do have a bar. All in all, feels very fresh, very modern. Gonna spend an hour here and then head to the gate for my flight to Johor Bahru. And welcome to the gate area here. This is like the concourse, sort of, like where gates 1, 2, 3 and 4 are located. My flight leaves from gate 2, but actually they have like 2A to 2D on the left side, and then gate 2 on the right side. It's a bit confusing. But other than that, terminal is really nice. They have universal power outlets at many of these like rows seats here, and also like the bathrooms are super clean, and everything is like super clean. Boarding has not started yet because there's still a CityLink Airbus A320 to Kuala Lumpur parked at the gate, and my TransNusa flight will also be operated by an Airbus A320, which is kind of a disappointment. I found it out yesterday. Originally, I wanted to fly the Comac ARJ21. When I booked the flight from Jakarta to Johor Bahru, they were flying the Comac ARJ21 very reliably. Like every flight between Jakarta and Johor Bahru was operated by that type. Unfortunately, it seems like they have relocated their Comac ARJ21s to like other parts of Indonesia. I saw on Flight Radar that one of them is operating on the island of Sulawesi and the other one is operating on Papua. So yeah, no chance to catch one of them on this trip. It's a shame. I really wanted to fly on one of them. Now it's gonna be the Airbus A320. But anyway, it's gonna be a fun ride on an airline I've never been on. Let's see how it goes. The aircraft is parked outside. It just arrived from Singapore. It's Papa Kilo Tango Lima Charlie. It's 18 years old, and I checked its history. It actually used to fly for Air Berlin in Germany until 2010. Then it spent a couple of years in China flying for Chengdu Airlines, and then in 2022 it was transferred here to TransNusa. It's really fun to see the history of airplanes, like a former Air Berlin jet. That's cool. And welcome aboard the TransNusa Airbus A320. The flight is only half full, I think even less, maybe it's like 1/3 full. So needless to say, I have a row to myself. I actually have like 2 rows to myself. They play like interesting boarding music. Kind of reminds me of Irish music. I don't know. Seats feel very hard. I mean, it is a low-cost carrier, so the seats feel very low-cost. Not overly nice, but okay. And airborne out of Jakarta, I think it was runway 25, right? Yeah, during takeoff, one of the tray tables on the other side fell down. Kind of illustrates the state of the cabin. Speaking of tray tables, this tray table is like totally I don't know, scratched and stuff is very filthy as well. Cabin looks really, really old, if I'm honest. Just had a look at their onboard sales menu. Prices are okay, I would say. It's like 20,000 for a drink and 25,000 for like cup noodles and like 15 to 20,000 for like other snacks. They do offer the possibility to pre-order like a hot meal. I was thinking about doing that, but then I thought I could also just go to the lounge, have some nice food there. Although TransNusa's pre-order options are also kinda cheap, like $4 or $5, something like that. Not even an hour into the flight and we are already descending into Johor Bahru. Two good things about this flight. First, it's empty. Second, it's actually on time. I even expect we'll be on the ground like half an hour early. That's really good because I do have a connection on another airline in Johor Bahru for which I need to check in. Good to have some more time for that. But apart from that, not impressed by TransNusa at all, at least not by the Airbus A320. But you know, for the price I paid like, what was it, $40 US? You get what you pay for. I only notice now how filthy the window is. I mean, there are even hairs at the window. I don't think I've ever seen hairs at a window. There's like 5, 6 hairs stuck at the window, and the window itself is like very filthy as well.
The passenger will just landed at Senai International Airport, Johor Bahru, and the second flight and look forward to see you again soon. Thank you for flying with us and goodbye. Flight attendant, disarm, doors and caution.
And welcome to Johor Bahru. Immigration took like 10-15 minutes, I think. There was a bit of a queue. But we are here in the airside area. Actually, I could go directly to my next departure gate for my flight to Kuala Lumpur, because we're not done yet. We're flying an airline called Firefly to Kuala Lumpur, and not to the main airport, but to the smaller one, the Subang airport. They do have an app, and I downloaded that app and tried to do like the mobile check-in. It kind of seems to work, but it gives me some error information, like about missing fields, although I filled every field, so I will need to go landside to the check-in counter and get like a printed boarding pass. Check-in counter only opens 90 minutes before the scheduled departure time, so it opens in like an hour and 10 minutes. This airport is like really busy actually. It's a small airport, it's like just across the border from Singapore, and actually I've used it before. You see, I studied abroad in Singapore at a university in like the west of Singapore, so Johor Bahru was a viable alternative to Singapore Changi Airport actually. Yeah, but I don't want to wait here outside for like an hour, so let's try the mobile check-in or maybe the website check-in again. Okay, it actually worked through the Firefly website, so I'm all checked in now. And then I was also able to access my boarding pass in the app after the website check-in. So we're all good now. Unfortunately, the system assigned me an aisle seat automatically. I was too stingy to pay the fee for like seat selection. Maybe the flight is not full, so maybe I can get a window seat anyway, but we'll see. Anyway, it's an evening flight, so maybe there's not too much to see. So I would say, without further ado, let's go through security. Already past security, took only like 5 minutes, but I noticed the two ladies at the screens, they actually didn't really look at the screens. They were like looking everywhere instead of the screens. I don't know, I feel like the hand luggage was not properly tracked. In any case, we're through, let's get something to eat. Yep, exploring the wide variety of the local Malay cuisine. To be fair, it's like the only option here, at least airside. There is like a cafe over there. There's no Malaysian restaurant. Down here at gate 5 now. I hope it's gonna be a walk boarding, like walking up to the aircraft. That's always the best type of boarding, when you can walk directly from the terminal to the aircraft. Much better than a bus. And I also hope the flight is gonna be on time, because I don't wanna get into KL too late. They actually rescheduled the flight this morning. So they sent me an email this morning saying that they postponed the flight by an hour, which I actually thought was kind of good, because I only had like a 2-hour connection planned and then it was 3 hours. So it was kind of good for me, but still, I hope it's gonna be on time. And I also hope the cabin is not full, so I can maybe snatch up a window seat.
This flight is Echo 1347. Watching for this compartment as well as replace under the seat in front of you.
Welcome to Kuala Lumpur. Man, there was a real downpour on the way from the airport. That thunderstorm was really strong and it's still ongoing, like you can kind of see it. It's the whole region here. Like when I studied abroad in Singapore, we actually spent some evenings just having drinks and like watching thunderstorms. And there were some real puddles on the road too. Like the driver really had to work to keep the car straight, I noticed. Well, should actually switch the light off and just watch the thunderstorms. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here for a night and tomorrow I am off to my next destination. And if you want to find out where that is, subscribe and I will see you on the next flight. Until then, enjoy the thunderstorms.